Hush.
That shit was funny though.
That was funny, and I wasn't even there. He said, "What am I doing right now?"
Hey, yo, what am I doing? What are we doing? What is
the human race? What are we doing?
That's how I felt though. Like, what are we doing? Like,
don't do
y'all
this.
picking berries from a bush or some shit. That's too dope.
Just because you like her music. There's no logic behind that, and it's really, really selfish, and that's why I don't really like social media, because I feel bad for celebrities, even ones like, well, I ain't gonna say that out loud on this recording. But like, I feel bad for celebrities, though some of them have it coming. But on a general level, I feel bad for famous people that even if they do broadcast their whole life, like, you're still nitpicking at detail. Like, she literally puts her entire life on Instagram and on TV, and you still want to know more? That just says more about you. Like, why do you need to know so much about this stranger? Like, are you that bored in your own life? Are you that disassociated with your own life that you gotta be so deep in this other person's life? I don't know. I feel bad for celebrities in that regard, because they're like, Beyonce's never, well, actually, Beyonce has created her own privacy. Like, she's on a whole different level. But like, some celebrities that still get caught by paparazzi, I be feeling bad for them. Like, they're never gonna know peace and quiet until they like move away.
I used to feel real bad for Britney Spears because people made her look like
that
she was crazy. I felt really bad for her. But it could just be people probably just like to see celebrities fall. I mean, there's a lot of people that like to see celebrities fuck up because I think it makes them feel better about their own lives.
Like, you're so perfect. Yeah, okay. He made one mistake, and now you want to cancel him. You've never made a mistake. You ain't never said something you weren't supposed to say. You ain't never said something slightly racist. I mean, not that racists should get away with it, but like,
right. But
don't try to cancel everybody, because if we turn around and start canceling you, maybe we got a rap sheet.
The cancel
we can go on for days.
Out of pocket.
Right.
Like, why are you throwing stones? You're not perfect.
That's very true.
I don't know how we got on that at all, but I just want to get that off my chest.
That's a good point. Lauren, we still can't hear you. I can still hear you anyway.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I forgot the question.
What was we? Right, like, I don't even remember.
That once you understand everything is not as we perceive, and that sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
How can we use the information to be more open-minded in our everyday lives?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point, because, and a lot of people, they just grow up on certain ideologies and certain ways, so they think that everybody else is wrong with the way they think.
I just feel like we too old to be thinking like that now. Like, you're in your 20s. How do you still think that it's your way of the house?
That's the thing. It's like age is like.
We can't hear you, Lauren. I'm so sorry.
Are you muted?
Like, you look like you had something good to say.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Units.
I know.
That's a lot of units. Hello?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Say what you was finna say.
I was about to say, like, we cannot go off of age and like physical age, because it's just realizing how people are like emotionally stunted, and like whatever age they got emotionally stunted at.
And talk about this. I think so.
Talk about that.
I think we talked about this in our last meeting.
Yeah, like, unless they did the growth to figure that out, they gonna be at that age, and then we're sitting here looking like, oh, you're 30, like, you should have been had this and this and this together. But that person could really be like 16 mentally. And
that's sad. No. That's it. Like, you can subconsciously from that one thing.
It's sad, but it's also like, that's their journey. Like,
yeah, but that is sad though.
That's why I think we should have a society that's better built for like different people's needs instead of like trying to do this whole like, oh, everybody in a rat
Right.
race to get to the top. Like,
Right.
what is the top and what does that really mean? Because
And why do I even have to be there?
right,
And I,
because like I didn't even
Because
ask
y'all
to be
said
here.
so.
Like, how much it would cost to buy my private like my own citizenship. Like I'm a citizenship. I'm a citizen of me. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, how do I
Like how do I get
disassociate?
out of like I don't want a
Right.
social security number. Like how
Like,
much
who
do
can
I
I
gotta
give it to? Who
pay?
needs? Right.
How much do I gotta pay so no country can claim me?
Right. That part. For real.
Cause
Y'all may have all of this shit.
y'all ain't have it. I'm gonna find me a place to live.
Like,
I'm gonna be on my rowboat in the middle of the ocean.
so why are we paying thousands of dollars for a car anyway? When we could be
I can
traveling
walk.
in the ocean.
I
Right.
just choose not to work.
what do you think? What do y'all think
I
people
don't
grow?
need a job.
Like,
I'm gonna just
like distract people growth or like
no, we gonna walk around, show me.
just say selfie.
I paid $7,000 for a car just to drive it through the same 5 miles in my house. I feel like that's a scam. I feel like that's a scam. Like, why are we
You
even
could
doing
have got
this?
a
Like
bike.
Taquan said earlier. Why
You
are we
could have got a bike and called it a day.
Right. He is really cracking up right now. I am weak.
Yeah, get you some.
You got it, babe.
Alright.
Wait, Taquan, what was your question?
I was like, what do you think like stunts people growth? Like, do you think like people just get distracted? Okay, like I remember Lauren mentioned one time you have 40 years old out here acting like they're 20, or like 30-year-olds acting like they're 15. Do you think like it's trauma at a certain age that stunts people and heal themselves from that trauma, or do you think it's distractions, or like what stunts people think from just growing the way they're supposed to grow?
I think that trauma's in the mix. I think trauma's in the mix, and like replaying the same thing, like replaying the same life over, like, cause as you know, as the book says, and as even like some of y'all may study, like in yourselves, when y'all maybe if y'all meditating yourself, all of that, like you realize it's like, dang, all of it starts from the inside. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, like when people say, "Oh, I did this dream, and I'm this person now," and it's like nobody else ever knew they was gonna be that, but they had to know in themselves like an idea of who they was gonna be before they were that.
Yeah.
So I feel like when people be having stunting growth, I believe that it's like from living that same scenario over and over again to the point to where they never acknowledge what may be put there for them to grow, and then not even knowing what to do with those opportunities that they're provided to grow because they're not seeing it. They just kind of like immediately had that programming in their mind of like, I wake up, I do this,
Yeah.
go to bed,
They
and
don't
there's
break
no
that
way.
cycle. They
Yeah,
don't break
and
that
so
cycle, yeah.
I feel like everybody has that opportunity, but it takes that like one moment to like 1,000 to 1,000,000 moments of like uncomfortability to continue growing and like change, age, and all that type of stuff. Because we're all here for the spiritual journey of it. We're just in the vessel.
Right.
But like everybody, some people get lost and begin to identify with just
Our
the
earth vehicle. I
physical.
was thinking that.
Yeah.
In our earth vehicle.
Or vehicle. I like that was a. I agree on that. I feel like people kind of trauma maybe hold some people back, and they kind of get caught in that cycle, like where some people maybe put the time into it to like realize, oh, you know what, I got some trauma that I had when I was 10 years old that I still haven't got over. Let me do some shadow work. Let me take time to really dig into this and try to figure out exactly what it is. And I feel like once it's not gonna make, I guess, the trauma go away, but it'll definitely make it easier to deal with, where you're able to at least grow from that trauma. It's like a cement that's keeping the plant down. Like you ain't a plant is never gonna get out of that cement and see the light of day unless it really has a break. I love using analogies for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah. I think breaking that cycle, because I feel the most stuck when I'm doing the same thing every day for months on end. Like, that's what I'm in right now. So, me, first of all, starting personal training and me, seeing where this Pelican things will take me, that's me trying to break the cycle. I'm trying to get the fuck out of this. Monday through Friday, work, and then do nothing for 2 days just to do it all over again the next week is not it. Like, I don't see how people go 40 years like this. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. So I feel like that's where people get stuck.
They get comfortable. They get in that comfortability of just they know what's gonna be.
I feel like it's important to prioritize like doing things during the week. Like that has been like my new thing that I say in the past 2 weeks I've been trying to do. But like I used to like feel like okay I'm doing too much if I'm like hanging out with people during the week or trying to go out during the week or like whatever just exploring. But it's literally life. Like those are days that you're not gonna get back. So if you don't
like that is your life.
Yeah,
that's literally
like
life.
You're spending that time
you're
either way.
waiting to spend like you're waiting to do your life on the weekend, but your life is right now.
Right now. Like what if we don't get to the weekend? This was the last day and we just was working for somebody else.
This is the last day.
Like you know what I mean? Like
last day.
That shit's not fulfilling, and I think
not at all.
Doing things only on the weekends, it's almost like telling yourself like, okay, I don't matter during the week. Like my own personal life doesn't matter because I'm giving all my energy to this job or to whatever, like these side hustles and just trying to make money. And it's like, what is that really gonna do 30 years from now? 10 years from now, 5 years from now, like you're gonna look back and like what memories did you create, what experiences did you have, like what people did you
That's why people it's all coming together. We be in this cycle. We don't go out during the week. We try to live our life in the 2 days on the weekend. Next thing you know, time goes by so fast. 10 years go by, and you don't know what the fuck you just did for the last 10 years because you can't remember. Like we can't remember what happened 2 weeks ago because we didn't do anything.
Like everybody,
we didn't do anything. Like you're not spending your life. That's why you can't remember. That's why your life passes by so fast.
Because we didn't do like memorable, like truly. Like if you went skydiving 2 weeks ago, you would be like, oh, I went skydiving 2 weeks ago. Like I went on this day at this time. Yeah. We need to like honestly. I'll book a shit to go skydiving tomorrow. Like
I want to go skydiving. I'll skydiving.
I told you I've been on my impulsive shit. Yo, I hit up this lady because I was about to buy this cat, and she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be $2,500." And I was really like putting my shit together, like, "Yeah, okay, I got it. Like, I'm gonna buy it." And then my mom was just like, "Really?" She was like,
"Yeah."
She's like, "You're always sending me things about how the animal shelter is overflowing, and telling me to get other cats." And I was like, "You're right. I do be like preaching about the animal shelter, and I'm about to spend $2,500 on a cat. Like, and what if that cat died next month?
That cat better.
I can't get that money back.
It's a possibility, bitch.
It's a possibility.
Real possible.
And so it's like not that like cause see my light just went out in my room. I'm not saying that like the cat isn't worth the money. I'm just saying there's no reason to be spending that for a cat.
Right.
I'd be mad if I spend
cats that need to be rescued from the shelter or they're gonna get put down.
Very true.
So.
Trap house.
Yeah, that impulsive shit is just. I gotta watch it, but. On the other hand, being impulsive and like being able to get up and do something like after work, it'd be like, you know what, I have the urge to go here, so I'm gonna go. Like that, I think is important because if you don't, you're gonna just end up in a rut and doing the same thing every single day.
Can I also share like a hack? I feel like I don't want to say a hack, but it feels so much better. Also, when you reserve that time before work, wherever you're clocking in at, to take care of yourself first and then go into your work day. And then in the work day, by taking care of yourself again. like I feel like that has been a huge count. Like no matter how intense my work day is, if I already made sure Jeremy was straight, like I might fuck around and do my skincare in the morning or something. Like while I'm getting ready for work, I might throw on a little mask for the morning, still walk around my road like I'm finna go to bed at night. But it's like I'm getting up, I'm like taking care of myself, I'm appreciating myself, I'm massaging myself, I'm massaging my face, massaging my body, all of that, using certain skincare that may be relaxing to me or whatever. And then I'm out for the day. Or it's like, even if it's a day where it's like, oh, it's light, I may make me a little mimosa at home. You know what I'm saying? Before I start my day, and really just kick back, play some music, whatever, cool, and be like, all right, cool, we ready for the day now. Let's rock out. Cause then I go in my day and it's just like, literally, there's not nothing that nobody could do that could like take me out of that. Cause that's how I already started the day, and that's how I intend to end it as well. So it's always, I feel like it's always a good thing to never like wake up and just jump straight into work, because then it like makes you like feel like, dang, it's all I do for real.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I like that a lot, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna steal some of that. Honestly, I might wake up in the morning and I walk around before I go to work.
Yeah.
I get up
It's
so
beautiful.
early. Yeah, I try to always get up. If I get up, I try to get up 2 hours before I have to clock in. And I work from home, so I mean, just walk to the living room. But if I can get up, I try to like take my time going through my morning routine, make my tea, do all that stuff. It really does make a difference versus when you wake up late and you just rushing the clock in. Your whole day don't start off wrong. And now you gotta deal with it. You can't even go back and try again. Now you gotta deal with it. Like your day is set. This is what you got to do now. You gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
But I would even taking, like he said, taking care of yourself while you at work. Like if you need that extra bathroom break, if you need that little extra 10 minutes on your lunch, do that shit.
Do that. Yeah.
They're not gonna fire you. They're not
Real
gonna fire you.
talk. We be having so much anxiety. Like that's the same thing as like us. Like sometimes when you sit and you expect the job to just like hand you a raise, it's like, nah, they gonna keep sitting in the back till you say something. Like they ain't really trying to get at Bretta. Like shoot, if you cool with it, I'm cool with it. Like keep working. So it's like the same thing. It's like if you need any type of day to yourself, it's like it's gonna say more about the company or wherever you working at if they do not honor that request. Then it's just like, okay, cool. So that's how y'all feeling, boom. And you can get into plans of like, okay, I'm looking for a different place that aligns more with this, where it's like y'all will honor my respect. Y'all will honor me if I say, look, I'm not in it today. I need to step away. Or it's like even if you need to take a longer break, be like, hey, look, I know it's usually a 30-minute, whatever. I need about an hour and a half today. I'm not feeling it. And if somebody got something to say, it's like, okay, that's how y'all feel. I'm still going to take this hour and a half today. But just know when I get back, we got things to talk about if y'all ain't firing me before.
Take 45 minutes. This nigga said an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, that extra 30 minutes, all accounted for. I promise y'all, I'll be back. I'm giving y'all the time, an hour and a half. I ain't even going to leave. It ain't even like I'm not going to come back. I'm telling you, an hour and a half, I'm going to be gone. Now, if y'all don't fuck with it and it's an issue,
right?
Now we got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Now we just might have to depart from each other. That's all. Call it a day.
I got this. Like they would rather you take an hour and a half lunch than not have no employee at all. Like I could just not come back at all. Now you gotta hire somebody else.
Exactly.
And train somebody else.
Exactly.
I heard this one dude. He said sometimes you gotta fire your job. So I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, what if I go to my job one day? I'm like, you're fired. You know what I mean?
They're gonna be so confused. They're not even gonna know what to say.
You're fired.
Walks out.
Y'all up to the standard. You're fired. Y'all not the standard. I have a standard.
Effective immediately.
I'm seeing you walk in it and like have like a whole like jacket on and like flare the little coattail. Y'all fired.
Y'all fired.
Boost away. Flick the little coattail. Walk away.
Yeah. You're fired.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta fire your job. Sometimes jobs ain't they ain't shit.
That's most of the time.
Most.
I
Right.
can't even think of a
Sometimes.
job that would, like, me and Ren was talking about when was she here? Yesterday. Like, there's no
Yeah,
job I can think of that is actually, like, worth doing.
But
Like, in the grand scheme of things, what, like, Tasha said, like, what the hell are we even doing? We're pushing paperwork for what?
Yeah.
you know, I think
Like,
we
what
should
is
start a
it?
business just planting trees everywhere, like just spreading our energy around and like showing up people's houses, planting trees.
I feel like I need to work for the city.
Like,
That's
I don't know that
They already don't get paid nothing.
Yeah,
But,
no.
You
like,
get paid well in the city to landscape.
Nah, I want that
well, they
check
might.
directly to me. No
I'm
taxes.
just saying.
No
They
taxes.
It's
might.
always good. It's always good to check because
No
how you said
taxes.
that.
Only through
It's
Cash
about
App.
what you want. Hmm?
you say, Lord.
Just his cash.
What you say?
I said
They gotta
no.
come directly
I
to
said
me.
no taxes. Only through Cash App. We
No.
planting trees. They gonna be like, so how y'all make y'all income? We just get Cash App deposits. That's it.
Yeah, no W-2s.
I
People
plant some
just
trees. Like
Cash App us.
I realized that I like taking care. That's cool. I need some more plants.
I don't have trees.
I got like 4, but I'll need some more. I need a big ass plant.
What was the last question? Well, okay, that one wasn't really a question, but it was just like chapter 8, the origin of matter. These chapters, I'm gonna be honest, there's not my favorite chapters because while it's cool, like talking about like the stars and the light and the protons and the neutrons, all that stuff, like it's not the most interesting thing to me personally. So I just kind of like took it, like I read it, I took the knowledge in. A lot of it, like I remember from like school, like when we talked about light and all that shit in science class. But
The only thing it really made me do was like now I really feel like nothing really matters. Like there are stars galaxies away doing way more important shit that I'm doing right now on my computer. Like
Yeah.
there, like what am I doing every day? Answering these calls every day.
You're a part of that star though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you living your experience is a part of that star's experience. Like and which is funny that like the book even said that because I remember when we was actually on that shrooms trip together. But when we like I was like heavy dose, like 14 in, and it was like that's when I really got to expand my mind for real. And
14
I
what?
speak.
14
Yeah.
grams.
Yeah, I was on like an actual like spiritual wake. Like I was like I'm gonna go all in. So I was all in, and it was like I had this epiphany, and it still always sticks with me. I was literally just in the middle of the universe, like a star, myself. Like all them stars in the universe, like it felt like I was just one amongst so many. And then that's when I got the epiphany. I was like, oh, like I feel as though God made the universe in a way of like stars are like this masses like blank canvases of pure potentiality. So like I feel like anything and everything that's created visually, like that we see or animals may see, whatever, comes from the stars. And like even when you look at like shooting stars and all that, like in African culture, a lot of that is like we speak on that about being like ancestors traveling. Like that's an ancestor that's traveling, whether it's somebody that may travel here to the earthly plane or somebody that's leaving the earthly plane to somebody else, somewhere else. Right. So like I really enjoyed that chapter because I believe it just opened up, kind of how Danielle said, like, you know, nothing really matters, but everything matters at the same time, in a sense where it's like it was all creations, like step by step by step by step, and it just made me, I think, show more gratitude to the creations that I come across that may provoke certain emotions out of me or whatever.
Yeah. For me, I say like I always I always kind of I always kind of like the science of things sometimes, and when you bring something like science into something like spirituality or even like something that is above our knowledge, it sometimes it kind of makes a little bit more sense to me. So I've always said like even God is the greatest scientist because the fact that he made all of this. And like kind of like how Jeremy said, like we are kind of all stars, and that's kind of true because we are literally the same thing that goes in the stars to make stars. Like we are, that's in us too. Like in also the dark matter and everything in between the stars is inside of us and on us. So it's like we literally are connected to the universe and space in a way that we even don't really understand. And like when I did have one shroom trip, I remember just looking. It was on the night of a blood moon, and I remember looking at the moon thinking, damn, God created like all of this. Like he really put this reality together. He really put the earth, the water, you know what I mean? Just little things that we take for granted. The grass, the space, the sun, the moon,
that.
everything. I was like, yo.
You were sending me voice messages, like looking at the moon. That's so funny.
It was crazy though. I was like, damn. But that's kind of how I felt on it. It just God like is a great scientist, science that we don't even understand. And there are a lot of people who don't really believe in magic, but I honestly believe that really magic is really just science that we truly don't understand. Also, we just don't have no understanding of it.
Yeah, chemic science.
Chemic, straight up chemic.
Yeah, comedic science.
Yeah,
that's one. Yeah. That's the same way like the pyramids being built. Yes. Like, you know, like there's like a like you have you ever heard of the thing as above, so below? Yes. So that's how like pyramids, how they would transmit energy. Same thing. That was like the Wi-Fi routers before like Wi-Fi routers, kind of. Yeah. Like some of the Earth's highest magnetic planes, and it's like the same thing. Like you would think you only see the top of the pyramid, but you don't know that below that pyramid is another pyramid built reverse upside down, right, for the pyramid to even work. And I didn't know that part of it. It is, to me, I always found it crazy that there's like we're all spread apart, but like almost every culture has built pyramids. And I've even heard like they got pyramids on different planets. Sometimes you can see a pyramid on a whole nother planet, and it's like that shit. Even that shit right there is just kind of crazy. But yeah, it's that circuited energy. It's like the same thing as like it don't matter what race, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Like energy works the same for everybody. So like even if it is on another planet, it's just like that shape of like that triangular prism is like known to be a great way to emit and absorb energy or bring in energy. Even when we look at like our eye retina or like how our eye is built and all of that, kind of has like some pyramid prism type relations of like, oh, that's how the like light is reflecting like that to get that image and all that stuff. That makes sense. And that's why you have the Eye of Horus, right? Then what they call it?
Yes.
Eye, even though
I have that tattooed on me, the Eye of Horus.
Yes, the Eye of Horus. Yeah.
I love Egyptian mythology is really interesting to me. Because of some books I read when I was a kid, but like, yeah, that thing about the pyramids, like every culture, they said that literally in the book that I read when I was like in 6th grade. Every culture has a form of pyramid. Like we have skyscrapers. The Egyptians had the pyramids. Every culture has that structure.
The Aztecs and everything.
And it holds power.
One of my pet peeves when I'm looking at Hollywood movies and they show white people in Egypt, that's a huge pet peeve of mine. I know this is recorded, but that shit just get me. I'll be like, yo, really?
Like they're literally in Africa.
In Africa.
They're literally in Africa.
Literally.
You know what's crazy though?
Ever go.
they used to have them usually as like they were enslaved at that time. People that was like of like whiter complexion,
Yeah,
they were the ones that was like hauling all those stones to the pyramids,
it
like
worked.
kind of being demanded to the pyramids. And then it was usually like that more darker golden skin tone that was the royalty in that hierarchy system that was like directing them to build it,
Right.
like how to build it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I seen. They
That's
showed
why
like
they be depicted as light skins in all the pictures. It literally be light skins, like. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
It makes me
something
watch
interesting.
Prince of Egypt. Prince of Egypt is so good, y'all. Like I connect with that movie from a
That's
emotional.
favorite movies.
The cartoon.
Prince
Yeah,
of
the Prince of Egypt. That dream movie.
Who was that in the Prince
That's a
of
good
Egypt?
movie.
What's the guy named in the Prince of Egypt in the Bible? Moses.
In the Bible.
Yeah,
Which
Moses.
one?
It's Moses who the Prince of Egypt, right? Because he had
Yeah.
when I seen big ass gold chain on, I was like, damn, our people was wearing gold. Like that's just part of us.
Been doing this. Yeah.
Lauren about to get high. She about to eat an edible.
I know, baby. You making me nervous.
For video purposes, it's just a gummy.
Yeah, for video purposes.
It's a vitamin
This is a
gummy.
vitamin. This is a Flintstone vitamin.
A
For some
supplement.
energy.
This melatonin.
Yeah.
You finna be sleep all right.
Should be out. Crazy. Dang. Yeah.
So, the last question was, knowing that you are made up of the same elements as the stars in the night sky, and in the galaxy, how can you use that knowledge to affirm your own limitless potential? And that's not even something that you really have to like necessarily answer right now, but that's something that I feel like just think on it throughout the week and really sit and like meditate on that. Like if we're composed of the same materials and compounds as everything, like everything is one and the same. Even though everything is different, everything is one and the same. Like it's all from the same source. So that means you can literally mold and form into any version of yourself that you want to be.
Alchemist. Be an alchemist of your own.
I didn't read up on that. I heard a lot about alchemy.
There's a book called The Alchemist too.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but even alchemy, that's like a study, and it's like when Tyler was just talking about like magic and all that type of stuff like that. All what magic is just manipulating the resources that's already here around you. But it's like opening yourself up to like knowledge on how to properly manipulate those things. Kind of like making equations and trying to find the right equation of like, oh, okay, there's the answer. It's another thing, So it's like, I think that's a part of like being a part of the stars and all that. Like all of us discovering our own alchemy and what we can create in our own respective realities that we share with others.
Well, probably what the whole manifesting thing is. You can really literally think of a reality that you want to be in, or like, and really put yourself in that reality and manifest that. I never read up my alchemy, but it kind of sounds like it could be part of that.
Yeah, that's like the how-to to get to full manifestation, all of that way. And it's like proper manifestations, we don't know. Like I think a lot of images, like it's like you do it, like you just keep praying, and it's like people act like manifesting don't come with no work. Like magic is easy. Like magic isn't easy. Like magic is the same thing. If you're trying to really create something, you're gonna be doing the same thing as like a job. You might have to clock in 8 hours a day for 2 to 3 years,
right,
to bring that manifestation to life,
right,
and see it and have it happen. And it's like, yeah, it happened the way that you seen it, but it was like you had to also be a part of it. You couldn't just wish on a star about it because you are the star. So you're making it. Well, I shouldn't say making it happen, but you're helping allow it to happen through you.
Cinderella, bibbidi bobbidi boo, and then you change the fucking
yeah.
They the scary
Forget
type
a
shit.
few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I seen today it was like somebody said spirituality is not escapism. Going into spirituality, you're gonna get deeper into some of your problems than you ever been, but you're gonna figure out a way to deal with it. And some people don't really believe in it because they just, you know what I mean? They think that they can manifest and then get away from all their problems, but it's just a better way just to learn how to deal with it and change it, flip it.
And manifestation might come with things, and that's something that I always speak on. Like even just being careful what you manifest, because it's like you do manifest things, and it's like we so up on like how this will be good for our lives, but then we also don't look at like the same. Y'all remember? Y'all know the Proud Family. I remember like when Al Roker used to pull up, and he'll like give her like something to be like, you could do this, but it's like in the contract, it also had like all these things that it come with.
Oh yeah.
That like she, she don't know till she get there and actually start experiencing. It's like, hold on, yeah, I wanted this, but you telling me it come with this, like certain shit that you just got to deal with.
Right.
So then it's like it makes you pay attention to that duality. I think like even wrapping back around with you starting off in the beginning of the conversation is like getting too happy about certain things coming. It's like being able to just start being content about being a powerful manifester. Like you bring what you know what I'm saying, desire, bring your desires, but then realize like, okay, cool, this isn't gonna be like a big answer because it's also gonna come with some stuff that you're like, I didn't like this, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Like same thing, somebody might manifest the husband or wife, all this other stuff, and it's like, cool, they may manifest that, and it's like all the things that they wanted was what attracted them, but then they don't realize like, okay, well, this person still comes with this. Like y'all still gonna have late night arguments. Y'all still gonna be having disagreements, chatting, all this other stuff. It's just gonna be a part of it. But at the end of the day, the manifestation is there. Yeah.
I feel like that's why I'll always say, like, I'll never want to be rich because people like to think that just because rich people don't have financial stress, they don't have stress. Being rich probably comes with its own issues. And not to say that I don't want to make more money, more comfortable, but like, I ain't gonna say never, but knowing what I know now, I wouldn't want to be rich. Right, like I don't want that level of wealth because that just comes with a whole nother set of issues. You got to worry about how to keep all that money, maintain your lifestyle. Like if the stock market crashed tomorrow, can you afford everything in your house right now still? Like that's a whole nother thing to worry about. So
Right.
That's true because like a lot of people, like that's one thing I will say I've learned about my job is a lot of people are living based on like what they have like in stocks and like what's in their securities. So it's like they have all these nice things, betting off the fact that like, oh, I got a few million sitting in this account. But it's like once that shit starts tanking, then it's like, oh shit, I still have all these things to pay for, but my investments aren't worth the same value. So
You're
now
right.
what?
I remember LPL, and I remember some people calling it when the market go down, and they be like, "What happened? I lost $1,000. What happened?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "The market." Well, what happened? What happened with the market? Well, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Market dropped, so like, I can't help you.
Right. Yeah, I do not miss the client line because they were just so like, people are just like, especially America. Like I can't speak for other countries, but I feel like Americans are just financially illiterate, and that is one thing that really keeps majority of us in the same situation. Because like I do strongly believe that there's room for everybody to be wealthy. Like it's not like there's like a limit of money, but it's just that majority of people don't take the time to like read anything or like look into what they're signing or look into different types of investments. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna pay this person to do it for me, and then that person may not even know what the hell they're doing. So like,
or they're gonna screw them over on purpose.
that happens too. So it's like
more often than not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where those advisors used to call, and I used to realize that they didn't know. There was a lot they didn't know about their jobs, the same way I didn't know about my job.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shit they didn't know.
Things that like you would be like, okay, someone that's getting paid to manage money like should know this, but they don't. So it's like it has you questioning like, so what are you doing with these people's money?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know this basic material, sir.
Like, good with these people, and they trust you with $2
And they
million.
trust right.
Like,
if they came to work with you for a day, they'd be pulling their money.
exactly.
That's like professors and stuff like that, or like feeling like, oh, just going through strictly school is gonna be a way to like get wealthy or whatever. Where it's like this is a whole teacher or professor that's just teaching this subject. So it's like they have so much hope in like the education system in that way giving you wealth. It's like crazy because it's just like it's the same way where it's like it just changes mind. Like for example, like if I go to that school, and this is just relating in the sense of like just monetary having. You look around the lot, you like, okay, cool. Like these is people's like mamas, you know what I'm saying, aunties, whatever. Cool. Compared to like you go to like a certain office or whatever, boom, 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 and it's like you walking in the parking lot, you seeing fucking G wagons and all this other shit. You like, oh, somebody here can teach me how to get some money. Somebody here know how to get to this money, like straight that in that sense. Because like if you driving this to work, cool, but and that's something that is like now. I think that I look at because it's like it be people that don't have nothing to offer me that would be so loud with trying to advise me on shit or tell me you should do it like this, bro, do it like this, and it's like it ends up being like, bro, you literally telling me nothing. One that I learned probably 10 years ago, and then two, it's not relevant information to me. Like yeah, it's always like them people compared to like people that we hop in a conversation and it's like it just start to spill out. Like it's just like they so charged up or they so acclimated to what's really going on that it's just like you get into a real conversation with them folk and it's like it's real. It's just not. It's not. You just start absorbing. You like, dang, hold on. You teaching me something. This is class. Like,
right.
I didn't know, but I'm stepping into class right now. Compared to people that just talking. Like it's like, bro, I don't care nothing about what you talking about right now.
It always be like sometimes a lot of people give relationship advice who don't never be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Malik that I bought to the thing on New Year's?
Malik, with the jacket.
This is recorded.
Yeah.
Anything you said.
He is so great, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, he is such a good friend. That's all I was gonna say.
Why does it feel fake though? She said, "Oh my god."
Anyway. Did you ever plan on inviting him to book club?
No. Okay. Well, actually, I did invite him, but
don't let him put in a link to this video.
I would just be telling the truth. But you know what? I'm gonna spare him right now. I mean, he's not a bad guy. I wasn't gonna like brag on him or anything.
Hey,
but it was just, I had noticed.
She ready for that pizza. She said.
That pizza do look good.
John made it myself.
Is she smacking a whole pie down, or am I tripping?
No, it's not like a full size one, but I did cut it in half, so it's like.
Oh, you cut it
big slices.
Big
slices. Yeah. Calzone.
But like I made it, I put the sauce on there. I cooked the ingredients and put it in the oven. It's real good.
Damn, better ingredients, better pizza than
that.
And it only took like 10 minutes. Like this shit is easy.
You made the sauce or something?
No, I ain't make the sauce now. I
ain't got no cheese on it.
Out the jar. I'm vegan on cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, it look different. It look like vegan pizza.
No, that's what I was trying to tell y'all, but I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. This is vegan ranch by Hidden Valley, and it tastes just like regular ranch. Like I thought I was gonna be disappointed, but this shit tastes real. So that's why I was reading the ingredients. I was like, are they lying?
Now, why does ranch need to be vegan? I thought ranch was already healthy.
I thought it was
cream.
Yeah, ranch is very creamy. It has lots of milk. Oh. It's not that it's not healthy. It's just dairy.
Dairy.
Dairy. Yeah. So it's dairy free. It can't be that damn different. It tastes the exact same.
Right. They just put that shit on the label to satisfy you.
I see.
Now it might not be milk in it, but everything else got.
Because I do
Like-
be feeling like companies do that now, like especially with skincare. I feel like companies will be like, oh, this is like organic or this is like non-GMO, da 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 da. And it's like,
And they
did
lie.
y'all really test for that shit or y'all just putting that on here to appease the people that want to see it?
Like, who's gonna know?
Because that's like the country we live in. It's like, oh, they want to see this, so we're going to put it on there to shut them up. They're not actually paying extra money to
They can't
test
do
that
that,
shit to be like, oh, it's not. Yes, they can, because the average person.
You'll be surprised.
Yes,
Who
they
working
can.
with who?
The average
you know
person
the
is
laws.
not sitting here testing products to be like, is this actually non-GMO?
The FDA, it gotta be FDA approved.
No, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't have to be FDA approved anymore.
But yeah, on that tip, but I'm talking about like with drugs. But the food part, you know how crazy them LA Californians will go if they eat something and that shit not vegan, or that shit. You know how crazy white folks will go if that shit not gluten free for real. They ass is grass. That's assumed.
He said
They
they
ask-
ass is grass.
Yeah, they gonna bring about 15 lawyers. Cause it's gonna be 7 white mad people.
Yeah.
All of them got
That
good ass
part is
attorneys. They all gonna go to court together, get a whole bag, don't sue the company for everything they got. Come up. That's how the accounts be getting
crazy.
billed. The legal come up.
That's why the way more than 1,000 black mad people.
Real talk. I'm
They
ready
got
for
the
that.
resources.
Yeah, once I hit that type of tax bracket where it's like, bro, I ain't even about that fighting, I ain't about that chatting. I'm finna
Where my
sue your
attorney?
ass.
Yeah.
I'm finna
Where my
sue-
attorney? Don't even say nothing else to me, boy. Where my attorney?
Yeah, I'm about to say, talk about attorney, I'm finna sue your ass. That's gonna be crazy. Walk around sue. You know how crazy it is to just walk out of a week? Now you in a court case out of a month, don't have a $2 million come up. Officer said, you know what? I'm finna sue your ass. $2 million.
That's
3
why people
mil,
be acting like they
500,000.
hurt when they get out the car when they be in a car accident. That's why they be doing it. I
Get in the
understand.
bag.
My neck,
Cool
my
75,000 deposit.
and my
That's one, like, yeah, that's an easy come up right there.
Wet floor at
It
ball.
say what?
Floor sign.
That's the one. Taquan, that's the one.
Wet floor sign. Okay, let's trip and fall and hurt us.
Yeah, ain't no wet floor sign. It's wet. Slip on it. Y'all noticed that they sued Texas Pete hot sauce just because it wasn't made in Texas for real. They got a bag off that shit because it was made in Winston-Salem, North
Aunt
Carolina.
Jemima got
But it
sued
was named
too.
Texas Pete's.
Aunt
And they
Jemima
said,
got
oh,
sued
this is
too.
false advertisement. It wasn't made in Texas. Dumb bag.
There's hella of those a lot now. Like Aunt Jemima.
How would you even know what that would taste like?
Popeyes
Like, what's the
got
difference?
sued for that because Popeyes is not owned by no black people. Despite the commercials that always got that black lady. Come on down,
They just
She the
said she
spokesperson.
owned it.
She's actually acting in a TV show now. I forgot what it was.
Really?
She living her
Yes,
life.
she should.
She getting her
How do you
bag.
know that?
I looked it up. I was like, what happened to the black lady in Popeye?
For Popeyes.
I forgot what it was.
I'm about to
The
look.
way that we
It's
could just
hard.
look at people's lives now and just see what the fuck they're up to.
Right.
It's just like,
That's not
right.
I put
But now I wanna know.
side eye. Side eye.
Black lady from.
Y'all, we about to be on to 2 hours into this meeting. Like, that's amazing, but also, we about to wrap it up. Because the storage on my laptop gonna be eaten up.
No, it's about 3 good gigabytes.
Now, did you see it?
I seen where it said she had went on to do something else. What is it? I don't see where it says what show she's on.
Y'all know the Aunt Jemima syrup and how it had that black lady on it?
Yeah.
Like,
They changed the name of it.
yeah,
Because they said it was racist.
Because it's not really owned by black people. Like,
See, all that.
Oh, she was in
In that bag.
Closer.
Closer. That's what it was, I think.
She was in Closer.
She's not on it no more? Damn.
I don't wait. Well, hold on. She has a performing in that show, and then and it's closing seasons.
Oh. Did you have some work?
We even ran up
But
the
yeah.
wall. Well, this has been lovely. I truly love book club.
Same.
I'm not being sarcastic either. But next meeting we're gonna talk about chapters 9, 10, and 11. Okay, I'm gonna finish this braid later. Chapters 9. Okay, chapter 9 is the power of creation.
Why would you even doing that?
It's only one page. I was gonna braid down this piece of hair. I mean, it's like I started it. I'm gonna finish it. It's, you know. Anyway, chapter 9 is the power of creation. Chapter 10 is it's not personal. I think it's gonna be a good chapter. Well, I already read it, but it's gonna be a good chapter if you haven't read it. And then it goes into part 3, which is the mind. So chapter 11 starts the empty mind. So I don't know if y'all wanna go into like chapter 11 and chapter 12.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cause that's like because 9 and 10 are really short. 9 and 10 are only 2 pages. So
let's do 4 chapters.
Yeah. 9 through 12.
Yeah.
9 through 12. And that's gonna be on. The meeting is gonna be on March 19th.
Cool.
We can talk about a time later once we get closer. Yeah.
Cool.
You said March what?
19th. Ting ting ting. Oh my gosh. Is that? Oh wait, no, this is March. I got confused. Thought it was April. Yes.
Your dog one. What's the dog name, Danette?
May.
May want a spice.
May had dinner. She's done for the night.
Hey, look at May like,
Damn. Said straight.
You gonna share?
She's looking at you too. Like, she really.
Here.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey, she like, appreciate you, bro. I just wanted to do the slam.
Just wanted a piece.
I just wanted a piece. I want to see what you was eating. Hold on, that shit kind of good. Run that back. Shit buzzing.
You're greedy.
No.
Want another one?
Well, this was great. I'm happy to finally be a part of a full book club. This was dope.
Yes. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Boy.
Yeah. Because the last one, I think, no, the one before the last, you had joined, but your thing kept going in and out. So, yeah. I'm glad you finally made it through. And
We needed another person. Like, I feel
girl,
like
we
you
need a
balanced it
few
out.
other people, but, you know.
Well, yeah,
this is
definitely.
Great. This is great.
It's building. It's
You
building.
definitely evened it out. We're at an even
Yeah.
number, which I like.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 male perspectives and 2 female perspectives. That's always nice.
Yeah. Good talk.
But yeah, I hope y'all have a great night. I hope y'all if you're gonna smoke, be safe, vibe out, put on some music, chill, relax, eat something, drink something.
Yep.
Go to bed. Hey, wait.
That too. That's also a possibility. But yeah. I hope y'all have a good night.
Yeah, too. Peace.